Hello and welcome to another video in a community that believes weird is wonderful and magic is real, and buying your grief, buying your feelings in Hot Topic is where it's at. Because my friends, I have not one bag. I have not two bags. I have a whole bunch of stuff over here. I have the clothing, I've got the IP stuff, I've got the not IP stuff, I've got the jewelry, I've got blind boxes. I've got all the things because I have all the feelings, and this is the way that I wouldn't say heal them, but I attempt to. So let's get started. Lumos. Let me tell you, Hot Topic is probably one of my favorite places to shop. I mean, I love Killstar and Disturbia, and you will be seeing those things for sure, but they also don't have physical stores. So I can't go in and try on the things. And I don't know, I feel like Hot Topic is just, I don't know if underrated is the word, but at least for the sort of goth emo types, but not even, like you don't even have to be that. Like you could just be interested in IPs or interested in witchy things. They have it all. And you could actually walk in the store and try it on. It's amazing. So I've actually tried on all of these things. And like I said, I have so much to show you because I've been feeling all the feelings. And basically what I've been doing is when I go into the Muggle job on the few seldom days that I have to go in, I treat myself to Hot Topic. And as you know, it's been a rough go. She has been on and off in the feels. It's, you know, it is what it is. So this is exciting for me. And like I said, we also have blind boxes. I'm going to save those to the end. So I'm really, really excited. I love me a blind box. We'll see. We'll see if I love me a blind box. But I think I'm going to pour this out and do, I don't know if we do clothing first. I'm going to assess everything. There's so much in here. We have like 2 pieces of homeware. Excuse me, the bags, they're just the static. They're just like getting me. And I have a lot of like cardigan-y, sweatery things. I have some general t-shirts. I have some cool like kind of croppy t-shirts. I have some bottoms. I have a lot of accessories, and we have blind boxes. So what I'm gonna do, let's start with the t-shirts. And also I have like various IPs. We're covering horror, we're covering like Disney, we're covering just spooky, skeleton-y things. So one thing I have shared that I want to do more on this channel, I have a video idea, we'll see if we do it, is clothing. I really love clothing. I didn't used to, and I feel like when you find what it is, the ways that you like to express yourself, then it becomes more exciting. Do you know what I mean? So I'm a lot more interested in fashion, because fashion to me isn't like the catwalk situation and the stuff that you see that is like hella expensive and like, would you really wear that? In the everyday, it is like your own unique style. It's not following a certain thing. That to me is, I guess, style. I love style. So, and I'm just exploring mine. And I will say, I really boxed myself in by just kind of becoming like only a Harry Potter channel. And now I sort of pivoted to like, we're not that at all. It's like, it's imbued in there. Oh, look, it's all behind me. Just witchy wizarding things, but it stopped me, sorry, I'm fidgety. It stopped me from getting like horror things and more Halloween-y things that I really, really love. That is the content that I watch. It's the content I like to create. It's the content that I started this channel on. So what I'm going to start with, I think these are all, well, these right here are all horror. So I got 2 t-shirts. Okay, if you saw the one vlog of me, this is going to be a long haul. Okay. There were a lot of feelings. So just buckle up and get yourself a hot beverage of some kind. I have already started getting the Christmassy, holiday beverages and food things. We'll cover that. But if you saw, I forget which vlog, I got this Stranger Things shirt, and it was in a medium, but it basically leans extra large on me, and I'm living in it. I haven't really experimented a lot with like just an oversized tee or just an oversized in general thing. And I've just been wearing it in a pair of leggings and sometimes throwing on a cardigan, which by the way, I just got this cardigan. Hella soft. Yeah, I know I already got a black cardigan, but this one's like shorter. Got it at my local grocery store. Fred Meyer. I spent like an hour in the clothing section at Fred Meyer. Like you can find a good bit of style and interesting things anywhere. Actually, let me start with the thing I'm wearing. This is new. And we do have a little bit of Nightmare Before Christmas going on in here. And this one is that. It is Jack Skellington. I love me a beanie. And I feel like, so I have a white one that has like the whole face in black. And I feel like this one pops a lot more. It's white. You really, really see it. I like pairing it with something like this. You got the little poof ball, but hold on. Okay, wait, you got little flaps too. Wait 1 minute. We have 0 on the little ends. How adorable is that 0? All up in my hair. So it got me that because the temperatures, I would expect, starting to get cooler. But I did get, okay, I got 2 like kind of general t-shirts. Let me take this one off. This one is an extra large. And anything that I feel is like good to try on, I'll get some like clips kind of over top so you can see it on me. And it is one of my favorite horror movies. I watch it every Halloween. It is Scream. And I really liked that it's got the eyes nice and big. I like that you also have the full cast. It's very easy to read. It's also loud and in your face. And I like the color palette. What does it say at the bottom? Someone has taken their love of scary movies one step too far. Solving this mystery is going to be murder. There's nothing on the back, but it's just the kind of tee. I wouldn't even say I wouldn't wear it out and about. I probably will, but I'll probably wear it around the house a whole lot more because it is an extra large. It's an oversized look. I'll probably wear it with leggings, and I loves it. Speaking of, because I was really honing in on the horror display that they had, which is now discounted. Speaking of which, a lot of this was either, one whole bag was either on sale, and then another whole bag I had hot cash. So you basically get like 50% off. As long as you hit the amount, every $30, you get $15 off. You basically have 50% off. So it's a steal of a deal, okay? And then I also had a voucher on top of that, and the lady also let me stack stuff. She was so sweet. So, because apparently normally you can't stack the paper ones with the online ones. Okay, next one. Really excited for this show, but I just love it in general, and I love the newer Pennywise. I don't dislike the older one, but the newer one is going to be my favorite. So I'm excited for Welcome to Derry. Want to watch that. But I got me a Pennywise shirt. Now this is like a proper horror in-your-face shirt, and you'll notice it's kind of similar in the color palette with the red and the white, and his face is just loud and just like, it is in your face. I love that it's cut off too, like the top portion of his face is at the top and then it splits and then it's down at the bottom. I just like the paneling going on here. It's just creepy. It says come back. So basically they had a whole like Welcome to Derry section, and because I haven't actually seen the show yet, I expect I'll probably really like it. I didn't want to get anything that said Welcome to Derry. I just wanted a Pennywise shirt. So that is what I got. And this one is a large. So it's also more, because I tend to be a medium, and mediums on me for the most part are a slightly looser fit. Not always, because I have a bit of a bust going on here. So a large is going to be an oversized fit for me. Okay, we're going to keep with the horror movies. I think this might be the last one. Because that's what I love about Hot Topic. I was just talking to Matt about that. Like, they have the IPs, but then they have things that are not IP. They have a lot more horror in comparison to like Box Lunch. And then they have a lot of just general witchy stuff, like their Social Collision line, their the Cosmic Aura line. I find a lot of good stuff in there. But the next one, so typically I don't go for an apparel piece like this, which is a sweatshirt. The reason being, I can find sweatshirts like really stiff, and also just like they really just, you know, grip me in the throat area. Okay, talking horror here. But this one felt, and that's why I like to try things on, it felt a little bit more breezy, light, soft on the inside. I'm a highly sensitive, neurodivergent, neurospicy girl. So I have a lot of sensory challenges, and clothing can bring a lot of that. And we're all different in that respect, in like what is good with us and what drives us insane. But this one, like, it just has more like movability to it. But anyway, it is continuing with one of my favorite horror movies, which is Scream, but more specifically Ghostface. And this one is like a dark gray, so it's a little different than just black that I go for. But he is really, really in your face. And I was gonna go for the more oversized one. I sort of went with what my husband said looked better. And I don't always go with that. I like to be comfy too. And I like what I feel like looks better. But I thought, I don't know. I just felt like going for, what size did I do here? A small, which is an oversized situation. But the other thing I liked about it is there is a backside and it's also in your face. So it says Horror Club Ghost Face, and I love the like sort of like horror-esque font that's in. So yeah, got me a sweatshirt. The other reason I don't really do a lot of sweatshirts is they just mess up the hair situation. You got to pull it over. I like a good zip up. So I'm going to be a little more selective on sweatshirts. But yeah, oh, let me do one more t-shirt. Now we're moving away from horror. I don't know that I have any more horror. We do have some Gothmas, Creepmas vibes going on here. Hot Topic done brung it. This is one that I for sure have had a shirt like this before, and I think it was from Kohl's. Kohl's has some good shirts sometimes, normally in the men's section, but it was an all black shirt and it was like a little bit more stiff feeling. And it is a Nightmare Before Christmas t-shirt. Very simple, just Jack Skellington's face, also in your face. Loud, taking up the entire space of this shirt. But this shirt is one of my favorite kinds of sort of colors and a texture, if you will, and that is the acid wash style. Really, really love that. Often with acid wash, not always, they tend to be a little bit softer too. So it's the other reason that I like it. But yeah, this one's just very simple, in your face. I'll also add, I learned this about myself. We were watching Nightmare Before Christmas on Halloween, and I said to Matt, and he kind of agreed, or it seemed he agreed, that Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm realizing, is something that I am like more enamored with the characters and the music and the story even than I am the actual movie. I feel like it's just one of those fandoms where like the merchandising has taken on its own persona per se, and even just like amplified the personas of the characters even more. So I love me some Jack Skellington and Oogie Boogie. I would not say Sally is like at the top of my list, and especially after rewatching the movie, she's just too mopey and like Please Love Me. And you know, I don't know. I like otherwise, like I like her patchwork dress when done in a more muted fashion, and we've seen a couple of those this year. But I just kind of realized like I really like the characters and I do enjoy the story and I love Tim Burton, but I wouldn't say it's probably one of my favorite movies. I just like everything else about it. I thought that was interesting. I don't know, it was a little realization. Okay, let's do two tops that I don't typically do, and those are crop tops. So I don't really do a lot of crop tops. I am considering exploring with like, I did try on some like knitted sweater crop tops that I would put over top something. The issue is having a bust. That is part of it. The other is like just general insecurities in this area here. But when I have a bust of some kind, it just doesn't read as well, I feel like, depending on where it actually crops. So I've decided, look, I'll experiment, whatever. And I remembered, because I don't like feeling really exposed here, if that makes sense. It's not just the insecurity, it's like the sensory issues. So I was like, oh, wait, I didn't even think like with a crop top, we can layer this situation. Like there could be more going on. And this one I picked up, I think I was wearing a dress at the time, or I was just thinking about it, because I was like, oh, I could just throw this over top my dress. And then you have a crop top dress, like a crop top over your dress. I think it could be cute. Or you could put more of a sheer, like tighter, like mesh top underneath. So anyway, I got me a Coraline shirt, crop top shirt, and it's more of the boat neck style, which I don't do too much, but I really dug it. It's kind of a looser fit. It does lean a little bit larger, but I loved the design on this. I love me some Coraline. I love me a good dark vibe. They had an excellent Coraline selection. Maybe over here we'll put an image. There was this zip up hooded sweatshirt that was so good. The way they did the spider and Coraline and what they did on the back. They only had it in like a 2X and maybe like a 3X or a 1X. I don't know. So it would have been quite big on me, but it was so cool. Their jewelry's been cool. I've purchased a number of their pieces of jewelry, but yeah, you will probably see me. And the other thing about the crop tops that I got is they are not super cropped. Like they're cropped at the point where they're going to hit me like at the belt line maybe, and maybe a touch higher. so I can like work with them a little bit more. The next item, this is getting more into, they have a lot of just like spooky, kind of gothic, Halloween loving, all year round kind of vibes in their clothing. And I saw this one, it was up top. I had her like go get it for me. It is a cropped like skeleton, like the chest, the rib cage of a skeleton. And it is also a little bit more oversized. What did we go with? We went with a small. So you could see what the small looks like on me when I do tend to go for a medium. And this one really quite soft, but still got a little bit of weight to it. And it's also like, I don't know if acid wash is the right, I think it kind of is, but it's leaning not so light gray. It's a little bit darker in the color. And the rib cage is glow in the dark. Okay, me loves it. Me loves it so much. So there's that. That is the rest of the like t-shirty businesses. Then let's move to like actually let's do this one. Let's move to like the sweaters, hoodies, sweatshirts sort of situations. This one in the clearance section, and they tend to have a lot of like just accessories, but also normally at least like a couple racks of t-shirts. And I don't always look there, but I did. And I picked up 2 shirts for my husband that were the band Ghost, which is his favorite band. He is quite obsessed. We are now going to a concert next year. So I will be experiencing them. And so I picked up 2 and it was a buy one, get 2 free. Like I was like, what? So I am experimenting with this one. It is like the color palette I would do. But it probably maybe wouldn't be something I would have just bought like full price on its own, or even a slight discount. So I was like, oh, this is a way I can experiment. It's like a mesh top. I'm trying to figure out, I have a bodysuit. Maybe I'll wear it with that. But because I don't generally do just see-through-y things. But it's like, it's got a star. So it's black and white. It's got a little star in the middle, which does give me the Coraline vibes. And then it has these very long sleeves. And they are like a black and white stripe, and it is knit. So it's like a knit mesh situation. So I will be layering that. And again, it feels like you can get a lot of basic things like a basic black dress or something like that from so many places, like your grocery store, okay? Or Goodwill or wherever you thrift shop. And then you can take something like that and just make it a little bit more cool and edgy. Okay, y'all, we have so much to show you. More Nightmare Before Christmas going on. Also, I mean, hey, Nightmare Before Christmas is like, to me, it's a Christmas and Halloween movie, but it's a holiday season. So right now it's a Christmas movie. So I feel like it's real fitting. And I picked up this cardigan. They had a number of cardigans and hoodies and zip ups and all the things. And they almost always have a Nightmare Before Christmas line like all year round, but I loved this one. So this one, it is a black and white stripe. I love me a black and white stripe. Hello, look at my shirt. And it's nice and weighty. It's also a little bit roomy. What size did I go with on this? I went with a medium. I will link everything down below, and I will try my best to actually put what size I purchased so you can kind of gauge if you're interested how it might look on you and what size you might want to pick. But I loved so much going on. So a lot is going on with this like cardigan. It is a cardigan. It's got a button-up situation, but it also has these really cool patches on the side. So you cannot mistake this for anything but a Nightmare Before Christmas cardigan. We've got the mayor, got some pumpkins, like the other side, we've got Sally, what's his name? Finkelstein? Oh God. I forget his name. He's very forgettable. We could do without him, but you're meant to hate him. Finkelstein? We've got Zero. And then the other thing, obviously you don't see Jack on the front because we will get to him. I loved the sleeves. So on the sleeves, and everything is like, yeah, either sewn on or in the sleeves, they are embroidered. And we have these like 2 embroidered bones, and they are on both sleeves. And then turn around and you have yourself Jack Skellington, also loud and proud. Love that. And then the actual hem of it is kind of cool. It's got a little bit of a frayed, you know, grungy vibe going on there. I'm kind of new to that sort of situation going on. I used to be the person that would make fun of like, or would just kind of wonder like, why would you pay for jeans that are just ripped up? And now I'm like, that's cool and edgy. I want to do that. So judgment has gone out the door. Okay, we don't be doing that anymore. All right, the next one, maybe one of my favorite clothing pieces, full stop, because it's my vibe. It's Wednesday. Wednesday is my vibe, but also it was 60% off, okay? I don't know why they were moving Wednesday out, but it is a hoodie. And yes, it is a zip-up hoodie. Multiple things I love about the zip-up hoodie. It is quite soft. This is a proper oversized, intended oversized fit. So zip up, but where it zips, it's got the window. It's got, you know, Enid's side, Wednesday's side. I love that it's not like the super colorful vibe like Enid's side. I love her vibe. Do love her vibe because it's just so polar opposite of Wednesday, but I like that it's still a like black and white and gray palette. And then, yeah, we have Wednesday on the other side. And then the pockets are really interesting. I like this sort of like fringy business going on over here. The placement is nice. I like the little fringe on the edge of the pocket there. And then you flip it on the other side. Very, very loud in your face is Wednesday herself. So, and then it says Wednesday at the bottom. I'm kind of curious. It's interesting. It's like on this flap of fabric. I don't know. It's like a very layered hoodie. So this is definitely going to keep you warm. And it's the kind of thing that I can, again, throw in some leggings and be good to go. So really liked the back. But then the other really cool thing is on the hood, embroidered on the very edge of the hood, it says "Darkness, my old friend," embroidered in gray. Freaking love it so hard. Okay. So I think that maybe is one of my favorite pieces of clothing, and it's the last top. We've got two bottoms and we're almost out of the clothing and into the everything else, okay? This one, so they only had it in a small. I probably would have gone medium because I get like, I don't know, a little anxiety when things are really snug, but I felt like it fit fine, you tell me. And it's a little bit more punk and edgy, and I'm kind of excited to bring the punk into my wardrobe a little bit. So it is this skirt, and I just like that there's like so much going on. I saw it a few times at Hot Topic and I sort of hesitated, and now I'm glad I got it. But it's got like skulls, skeletons, it's got these eyes at the tops, it's got like safety pins, like studded hearts. There's just so much going on. And when you try it on, like you notice it, but it also just, I don't know, like it's in your face, but it's not. Like it could just read pattern from far away and then you can pick up the details. So I really liked it. It's just black and gray. It does have a liner. It's elastic at the top. I love me an elastic business because it's comfier. It's not always flattering, but that's where you could take like a belt or a corset and make it interesting and make it a little bit more flattering if you want to. And it's nice and flowy. And then I got this set, which I don't know. I'm kind of low on shorts like for around the house. And I guess technically this would be like a boxer, but I don't really feel like that's what it's meant to be. What does it call itself? Oh, and it's by Her Universe. There might be a number of things by Her Universe. So is that my first Her Universe item? I don't think so. Nightmare Before Christmas. So it's like a boxer style set of shorts and kind of flannelly. And I just feel like, and we will be dabbling in the flannel in a number of ways. And I just feel like flannel, like the holiday season and flannel just go hand in hand. Maybe for you, it's more of like a red flannel situation. For me, it's going to be more of a black and white, and maybe in future years, red and black, or green and black. Black is always there. Okay. But this one's just like pretty basic, and that is black and white and gray, but it has Jack Skellington's head all over as well as zero. And then the top says Pumpkin King. So it's like an elastic situation. But, and this is where I think they were not intending it to be boxers, but more shorts, is we have pockets, my friends. We have deep pockets. Like what the heck? I love a pocket. It's the only thing I don't like about this cardigan, but it would be a little weird to add the pocket when it's like cut in a shorter, spot. But I loved that. That maybe is what sold me on that. That, and I got a discount on all of this. So, okay, let's now we'll get into the jewelry last, but I got two hand situations, two like gloves. This one's pretty simple. So I have some gloves, like just basic gloves that are like skeleton gloves. Also got it at my local Fred Meyer. I wanted some that were fingerless. So I got these, just a little skelly hand, with some fingerless situations because we do not have like central air conditioning. We do not have centralized heat. We use, in these months, we will be using an electric heater. And it does do more than you would think, even for a 3-story house. But often it's just like heating one room. And because I work mostly from home, I was like, these would be really nice to just still be able to use my digits, you know what I mean? Because I do a lot of typing and stuff. And then this one as well. It is fingerless. And it's got these like I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but I've actually been wearing these. I wore it out on the Gothmas Christmas hunt and loved them because I can like easily pull out a card, you know, to pay for things. I can still keep like a good grip. When it starts getting too cold, we will move out of that. But what I do like about these is they're really, really soft. I like the start. Again, it's giving me the Coraline vibes. But what I also like about them is all this one is, there's no like fingery businesses, is just a little slot for your finger. And I would say this one's a little bit more of a looser fit. So you could even do like a glove of some kind. You could do like a little bit more of an elegant glove, like, you know, a mesh sheer situation, and then slide this over top and just have a little bit of like edge. They have a lot of glove options. So really dug that. Let's now get into the 2 sort of homeware items. And they are both Nightmare Before Christmas, and they are both going to be going into the rumpus room downstairs, because if you don't know, and I've talked a little bit about it, and we will definitely be doing a video probably in the new year where we're going to be sort of darkening, upgrading it, if you will. A lot more black is going to be going on down there. And like Nightmare Before Christmas just... come on, like it just screams that, especially since we have a lot of Disney stuff. So I got these at 2 different times. The first one I got was this Jack Skellington, like Sherpa plush throw. And by Sherpa, they are not messing around. She is a soft business. I'm not gonna unroll it right now, but it basically is a constantly repeating pattern of his face, although it looks like his face sort of changes facial expressions as you would expect of Jack, but it's so soft. It's like this sweater. Just the things that sell me are the pockets and how soft and comfy it is. And I got me this one because I said to Matt, I was like, this is like the Christmassy vibes, right? Like we're bringing in green. Oogie Boogie is all the Christmassy vibes. We are upside down, but also the Halloween vibes. So I feel like that's what's cool about green. It could bring in like the foresty tree vibe, but it could also bring in Halloween season, and because it's Nightmare Before Christmas. So this is, so basically like have opposing characters here. This is the Oogie Boogie Sherpa blanket, and she is glow in the dark. So it has these worms all over it. There's a worm there. We have our worms here, and it's like a lighter green. So that is what it's going to look like. You will definitely see it down in the rumpus room when we put it out. Okay, let's now move into like jewelry and accessories. So the first accessory that I got is also one of my favorite horror movies, which if you watch like some of the Halloween blogs, I showed it to you. And that is Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy is my jam. I done met the actor Robert himself. Really lovely person. And I really liked this even more when it came in. It just seemed like really nice quality. So it is just his glove. And then it says Elm Street there. And the reason that I got it was looking at a couple different things. I don't know where this item is, but if you saw in a vlog, I picked up this gray plush heart that is meant to be like attached to a keychain or something like that. And you know I love me a bag charm. We are going to be, maybe one day we'll just end up with a whole collection and I'll just show you my whole collection, but it is building. But what I want to do is add this because that one came with a gold hook like this. I'm going to take that off. We're going to add this to it and maybe do something cool with the heart. So it looks like Freddy got to it. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Okay. Then I got 2 pins because we were talking about buying our feelings in Hot Topic, which really all tie to a particular cat. I have 2 cat pins. I'm a sucker for cat pins. I love them. And the first one is actually by an artist that I used to support on Etsy, still will. And I remember when I first saw them, which is Guild of Calamity, when I first saw their stuff in Hot Topic, I got so excited. I like seeing people succeed. I like seeing people that I like love their stuff succeed. I just generally like seeing people succeed. And this is her cat pin. She has more of like a dark, cute vibe, if you will. And this one says cute but evil. It's like a little sparkly sweater on a cat. It's so cute. And then this one, so I saw it at Hot Topic, and then I passed up on it, and then I had the regrets. So when I went back, I got it. It is a set of 2 cats looking a little roughed up, you know what I'm saying? But they're also magnetic. And the brand, what does it say? Pumpkin Art? I don't know. It makes me want to look up the rest of the brand, but it's super cute. It's the kind of pin that like you could give one to a friend, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep it for myself. And it's magnetic, so it actually magnetizes like where they kind of hold hands. So cute. Love me a pin. Let's do earrings. So I have me a number of earrings. Look, I'm not a religious person, and I asked Matt, who grew up like with religion being a big part of his family. It is not a big part of him. And I was like, is this going to read like I'm religious? Because I don't really wear a lot of crosses. I do have these cross earrings that are upside down. And he was like, oh no, nobody's going to mistake that. But they are a pair of crosses. They have a little red gemstone, not real gemstone, let's be real, in the center there. And I picked these up because I was thinking more of like a Gothmas, Creepmas vibe because of the black and the red there. Okay, next, this is not the last earrings. We're gonna get into the like more Gothmasy vibes. I saw these in the store and then also had the regrets that I did not get it. I do like me, so my next favorite color, when you put aside black and gray, okay, like they're real colors, it would be purple and green. And I do like experimenting with kind of more of a neon green. There's like, it's the only one that is like bright that I'm like, yeah, I'd do that. And they had these. They are these lollipop earrings, but they have a little skull in the center of the lollipop. I just feel like it really like punches you in the face, but also feels kind of punk and edgy, but fun, you know, like it just reminds you of being a kid a little bit. And I just had to have them. So yeah. And then I got 2 chokers. So I have a couple of chokers, like more kind of classic chokers, some that I need to fix up. Mostly got those at Joann, again, RIP. And I wanted some more basic ones. So this one, I do tend to buy a lot from this particular line, the Thorn and Fable line, is a black choker, and it does have a cross there. I just like the sort of fringe going on right here. And when I bought it, I was like, I always keep in mind, like, things don't have to remain the way that you bought it. I like it as it is. I probably will wear it as it is. But I'm also considering, like, you could wear it without this at all. You could easily take this charm off the cross and add something else. And yeah, I liked it about it. I do tend to, with chokers, need to adjust them. But what's really cool about chokers like these, because they are a little bit cheaper, let's be honest, and these little clasps, which you'll normally find, they are just like, they're just gripping onto it. They were like pressed on. You can find those at like Michael's. You just need to easily lift it up, measure yourself, cut the fabric, and repress it down, and you're good to go. And now it'll fit you perfectly, because chokers don't always. And then there's this one. So I feel like I wore tattoo chokers when I was a teen. I'm not 100%, but they certainly bring me back to being a teen. And if you don't know what I mean, this is what I mean, the very like kind of wiry situation. And this one is a set of 3 separate chokers. So we have this one down here, which has this little rat. I do love me a rat. Then we have this one, which just has a bunch of little stars. And then this one here, which has a singular swirly star. So I'm excited to wear that. I think it will be like, I feel like it'll be really cute with like a t-shirt. And also I want to get back to, like, I did do this as a kid, you know, where you would layer just a t-shirt and you have like maybe a black and white striped one underneath, like just more punk, you know what I'm saying? I dig it. Okay, let's now, this section is going to be the Gothmas kind of Christmassy vibes. I was going to save it for you because I have an idea for a video, but I'm just going to show you, and we could still like do some things together if we get to that video. But it's basically like everything that they had for a Gothmas line. And if you don't know what I mean, this is what I mean. So we have these red and black candy cane earrings. Love them so hard. And then in the middle is this black bow with a little skull. So cute. And they had a bunch of this style. I think they had a pair of like necklaces. And I got a few things. I didn't want to get like too carried away. Are we caught here? But the next one I got is this hair clip. Come on, does it not read Christmassy? I mean, it says Merry Gothmas on it. Hot Topic's one of the few places outside of like maybe Killstar and Disturbia, maybe Disturbia, more Killstar, Vampire Blood, Foxblood is what I mean, Vampire Kills? Vampire Freaks. So there's a number of places online. I think Vampire Freaks probably the most that has like Gothmassy line, but I don't know. I just love that there's like kind of a section for that at Hot Topic, and they've started dropping more and more. And this one is a hair clip. It does have like a little bat charm right there. So cute, and it's a coffin if you can't tell. So totally my vibe. Now we have our earring sets. Love me an earring. I have 3 piercings down here, and then I have like a top one over here. I'm considering getting more helix piercings maybe in the new year. New year, new me, nothing. So I like a good stud earring, and they sell a lot of sets, like big sets like this. Like this one is $12.50, just full retail price. As you know, I did not pay retail price. And what I like about them is you have your studs at the top. So we have a little candy cane, a stocking, and then some like holly, I guess that would be. No, they're bats. Those look like bats. And then they have like a little red candy there. And then they normally have your dangly bit down here. So we got a little hand, a little skeleton hand. Then we have the coffin, like similar there. And then this red snowflake with a skull in the middle. Oh, I'm here for it. And then I went and ordered again because then they added this one in. And I also love the shape of I just like the presentation here, the coffin vibe. So this one is like all studs, but I can only fit so many because my piercings are a little close together, that the second and third piercing are likely just going to be studs or hoops. So I'll probably use a couple of these, but this is where we have the holly. We've got a skeleton Santa, some classic, just simple ones, black bows, black tree, the smaller version of the snowflake. This one's maybe my favorite. I like the skeleton there. And is that a stocking? Yeah, and then just like presents and more candy cans. And then the last in this sort of Gothmas line before we dive into blind boxes, I'm so excited. This is maybe one of my favorite in that line. It's these dangly Christmas tree earrings. So they are black. It is metal, but on the tree, which we would like to do one year, are little skulls. They are so stinking cute. You do have like a little bit of red and green and like little sparkly bits, almost like little baubles, but I just love, like, you cannot mistake that that is a gothy line. So that is the last of the clothing and the accessories and the jewelry. Let's now dive into blind boxes. And let me tell you, okay, on these particular ones, so I got 5 of these. We used to get Loungefly blind boxes quite a lot, and they're really hit or miss, and sometimes it would just drive us kind of mad that like none of it is well sorted, and then you get a lot of duplicates. So this is going to be the litmus test, I feel like, for if we do this again, because I was looking at them and I just love this one so hard. It is Nightmare Before Christmas Tombstones. Okay, like I'm going for like a blind box now that I'm good with pretty much everything in that box because she's a risky business these days. Are there preferences that I would like? Yeah, for sure. Top ones would probably be 0. Last time we didn't get 0, okay? Jack, Oogie Boogie. Those would be my tops. But I also don't hate the Mayor. I don't hate Lock, Shock, and Barrel. And I bought 5. So let's get started with this. All right. Box 1. I already said that this is going to be the litmus test for if we do this again. Also, there's no cards in these, so no spoiler bits. And I got these thinking that they would go probably on a lanyard. All right, this feels like maybe it's 0. Is it? Is it 0? Look, we got 0. That was my top one because we didn't get 0 last time. I don't remember what blind box that was. Do you remember?
No.
Ooh, 0. Okay, box 2. Well, that one's definitely a noticeable feel. I think the rest probably won't be as much, so we'll know if that's not 0. Okay, what is that? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get?
Sally.
Sally? Oh, I don't hate it, actually. I kind of said that. Like, you know, she's not really my jam. We got Sally. I feel like you just can't go wrong with a tombstone. I mean, if we get all of them, I just don't want a dupe. Can we just not get a dupe? Next box. It's in the squarish shape. What do we got? Oh, is that Oogie? Yay! We got Oogie Boogie. Cute. Oh, please let me get Jack. If we get Jack, we're good. We're good to go. That's all I want. I think this is 0 again. Yeah, we are 0 again. Okay, 1 dupe. Let it be Jack. Let it be Jack. Just please do not give me 3 duplicates. I think it's 0 again. Gosh dang it, it's hot. Yep. We have 0 again. All right, we're going to do this one. So this is a little different. Excuse me. This is a little different for me in a number of ways. Well, not really in the style. It's a Grim Reaper. And we have, I wonder what the chase is. We have at least 5 Grim Reapers and a chase. And these are clear, like I acknowledge these are plastic. These are not like the most like high quality things, but they are deadly cute Reapers. They are a phone charm. I've never used a phone charm. I did learn from the lady there that you can get this little slip under your that goes on your phone case and kind of hangs out, and then like you can hook it off of that. And there's other ways you could do that too. But so I'm thinking of doing that, or you don't have to. I'm just kind of assessing how the heck do I open this? Do you know? You don't have to attach it to your phone. You can put it on your keychain or something. There's no ripping. You think there is? Oh, we're ripping it. Oh, I wanted Jack. Okay, what do we got here? The only one I don't want is the bow. I don't need the bow. Okay, first one. Pretty classic. Oh, I wonder if they're all like that. Just a classic Grim Reaper. And then the backside has this like kind of holographic-y shimmery business. And then, yeah, there's that bit there. So that'll be my first time doing those, but maybe I add it to my bag. I don't know. What's the other one I want? Oh, I kind of want the crying one. That seems like me, especially these days. Oh gosh, dang it, the bow. We got the bow. I don't hate her too much. She's quite happy to be a Grim Reaper, but we got it's not just the bow. I don't hate bows. It's that it's pink. And she got a little peace sign. All right, there's that one. Now, this is a little bit weird for me, if you will. Is it? I don't know. I went for the, what are they calling it? My Little Krampus. Is this also a phone thingy? Okay. Oh, it's a pin. Okay. Mystery enamel pin. Look at this guy. They had another Krampus, and it was like a mystery figure. They were mostly quite colorful, and I'm like, that doesn't feel like Krampus to me. But here are the options you can get. I feel like the ones that I want the most are probably the tree. What would you say? Yeah, the mystery has a snowman, and I like the presents as well. I don't think I'd be upset with any of them. None of them are wearing bows, okay? All right, let's see. I think the quality is probably not going to be loungefly style. Yeah, okay, I don't hate that one. It is is that like a stocking? I don't know what's going on and what's in that stocking, but it looks like he's eating it. I kind of dig it. That's cute. Okay, I'm manifesting the chase or the Christmas tree. I think that's what I want the most. Oh, I can tell what it is. I don't hate that one either. a sled riding Krampus. And that, my friends, is the last blind box and the last item in the I bought my grief in Hot Topic stuff. Let me know what was your favorite and what goods have you been getting at Hot Topic, or have you been buying your feelings too? And in what ways? Let me know in the comments down below. But until next time, my magical friends, remember to love what you love with everything you have and keep making magic. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh yes, I know, Killstar. I know a delivery has arrived. That'll be coming to your eyeballs. Okay, it's not just Hot Topic, but